Here's how to make a gourmet chocolate cake. For ingredients, you will need 2 cups white sugar, 1/3 cup flour, 3/4 cup cocoa powder, 1½ teaspoons baking powder, 1½ teaspoons baking soda, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 eggs, 1 cup of milk, 1½ cup vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons vanilla, and 1 cup of boiling water. To start, we will add our 1 cup of milk into a large mixing bowl. Then we are going to add our 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, to that we are going to add our 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and our 2 eggs. And you are going to mix this on low speed until combined. Once combined, we are going to add our 2 cups of white sugar, our 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and our 3/4 cup of cocoa powder. Once again, mix on a low speed until combined. Once it is smooth and combined, you want to take a spatula and scrape down the edges of the bowl to make sure all of the ingredients are incorporated and not sticking. Okay. Now once that is done, you want to add your 1½ teaspoons of baking soda, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and your 1 teaspoon of salt. And then mix until combined. So now that that is mixed in, we are adding the final ingredient, which is 1 cup of boiling water. Now it's important for this step that you keep the mixer going and you keep mixing as you stream in the water so you don't curdle the eggs. And just keep mixing until it's all combined. Once the water is combined, you want to take your spatula again and scrape down the edges of the bowl. Now it is important to note that this batter is going to be pretty thin and runny. Okay, so once everything is scraped down the sides of the bowl, you're going to take 2 greased cake pans, and with the oven preheated to 350, we're going to pour half of the batter into each pan. Okay, now once the batter is in the pans, we are going to put these in the oven at 350. While the cake is cooking for about 30 minutes, we're going to start on the chocolate frosting. For ingredients, you will need 4 tablespoons of softened butter, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1/4 cup of milk, and 2 cups of powdered sugar. To our mixing bowl, we are going to add 2 cups of powdered sugar, 1/4 cup of milk, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and 4 tablespoons of softened butter. And you want to make sure that the butter is softened and not melted. Okay. Alright. Now we're going to mix this all together on low speed. Alright, once this has been whipped for a couple minutes, it'll become a light pale color. And we just want to scrape down the sides of the bowl once again. Fold it, do not stir to keep the air in it. And then you want to put this in the fridge to cool until the cakes are ready to be frosted. Once the cakes are done, you want to take them out of the oven and let them cool for about an hour before you frost. Now that the cake is chilled, it is time to frost. So we're going to take our frosting that's been chilling in the fridge. And you want to mix it just to make sure it's nice and smooth. Okay, and you're going to use an offset spatula. And you're just going to put a big dollop on the cooled cake. And then you just want to smooth it out in circles. Put another dollop until the cake is covered on the top. Now that the cake is completely frosted, it is ready to serve and eat. Enjoy.